Distortion 2 is a renowned speedrunner known for his many records, his latest achievement being the new Elden Ring world record. While some people are blown away by this, others are not impressed at all. In fact, quite the opposite. They are not just heated, but straight up outraged over the fact that he has beaten the game in less than 7 minutes. But why is it that so many people are riled up about it? Speedrunning communities are one of the most competitive environments in the gaming space, and so, as competitive environments require, there are rules, categories, and sore losers. For each category that exists, there is a separate set of rules that runners have to abide by, the most popular categories being 100%, glitchless, and any percent. The any percent category is by far the most controversial of all and the one with the hottest of takes. While the 100% category usually focuses on beating all levels, bosses, or getting all collectibles, the glitchless category generally requires you to beat the game as fast as possible without using glitches, bugs, or any sort of exploits. All fine and dandy. However, the any percent category says f that, just beat the game by any means possible with obvious restrictions. For example, using macros, external tools like cheat engine, or modifying your game files, although exceptions do exist. Other than that, glitch to your heart's content. And here come the shitstorm. Without going into too much detail, this is using a glitch referred to as zip. Frame perfect walk inputs while blocking with your weapon will seemingly catapult you forward at Mach 5. Using the zip technique, he skips most of the game's environments, levels, and bosses. In fact, he does not fight a single boss in the entire run. And with Elden Ring being another one of FromSoft's masterpieces that are notorious for their difficulty, people are up in arms about Distortion just skipping the big difficult, which does not sit right with the furious onlookers. They had to work so painfully hard to beat some of the most challenging foes in the game. So what's the problem? For as long as any percent runs have existed, there have always been people who took issue with them. A lot of these commenters are of the opinion that using any sort of glitches is considered cheating and therefore invalidates the run. For them, speedrunning is just playing the game as fast as possible, the way the developers intended you to. Using zips, teleports, or any means of getting out of bounds is the equivalent of drowning puppies or committing war crimes. If they don't understand what is happening at any given point during a speedrun, that must mean the runner is hacking. They're also not aware that there is multiple categories for every speedrun. In Elden Ring's case, there are 3 separate any percent categories that exist, and Distortion is running the unrestricted category, which he states in the video's title. Almost all of these spicy takes come from people who aren't even into speedrunning, but your average gaming chat who will tell you all about how they have beaten Elden Ring the correct way by not using summons, ashes, bleed weapons, leveling, upgrading their weapons, or even rolling. While these are mostly shitposts or genuinely bad takes, there are some legitimate gripes with this run that I agree with.
I did my casual playthrough. I want to see something that's different. We literally don't even fight any bosses. Like, I can kind of sympathize with that. It's like literally not even playing the game anymore. But at the same time, it's cool to see the potential of a game, you know?
Dist also mentioned that the any percent unrestricted category is basically pay to win because zips are very much hardware dependent, requiring a stable 60 frames per second at all times while also mining Bitcoin. Though these points are all valid, the fact is the any percent category is meant to showcase how fast you can beat a game using whatever means necessary. It is not supposed to be the most fun or exciting, but just the fastest. While this may not be exactly the best for the game or the category, with less people interested in it in the long run, luckily there are plenty of exciting categories that exist besides any percent, like all remembrances, or violently rolling into enemies like an out-of-control tumbleweed until they eventually fall over and die. At the end of the day, speedrunning is all about going fast while also abiding by its category's rules. In this case, no rules were broken, any percent has been killed by this sexy beast, and there is nothing you can do about it. If you disagree, well, you are entitled to your trash opinion. Get good or stay salty.